The thing is, talking about tripods is never this cool or sexy because let's be honest, when we're upgrading our equipment, we spend thousands on cameras, then lenses, then audio, then lighting, and at the very end, we'll be like, okay, I've got like $100 left over for a tripod. But throwing your setup on a cheap tripod like this is like building a race car and then throwing on a toy steering wheel. You've got all the power, but you'll be fighting to get your shot set up every single time. That's why today I want to talk to you about all the features I look for in a video tripod and why SmallRig's new FreeBlazer heavy-duty carbon fiber tripod checks every one of those boxes at a reasonable price. FYI, I did get this tripod for free from SmallRig because when I went to NAB this past April to host a booth for them, they had me demoing 2 of their new products, one of which was this tripod, and I loved it so much before I even left Las Vegas, I was like, please send me one of these. I'd be happy to share why I love it with my audience. So here we are. There are really only a few criteria that determine how good a tripod is. 1, how much weight can it carry? Because that will limit how big of a rig I can put on it. 2, how much does it weigh? Because if I'm moving this with me to a shoot, I don't want to lug around something extremely heavy as a single operator. 3, how smooth is the tripod head? Because what's the point if I can't get smooth shots? 4, how easy is it to operate, set up, and break down? Because I like to spend my time on location capturing shots, not messing around with my equipment. 5, and to offset it all, how much does it cost? I bet most of you don't realize that tripods and tripod heads can go for thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars, and that does feel a little ridiculous, especially if you're a budget-conscious creator like myself. The thing is, tripods are a long-term investment. Like lenses, they don't get outdated, they just work until someday they don't. But a good tripod will last you years, if not decades. I've bought my fair share of tripods, and most of the time I replaced them not because they didn't work anymore, but they just weren't that great in the first place. Take for example this super cheap tripod from Amazon. Yes, it can hold my camera elevated in a fixed spot, but that's about it. The tripod head sucks, panning and tilting is a nightmare, especially with a larger camera, and it feels really cheaply made and the wind might just knock it over. Then you have photography tripods, which are meant to be portable and travel friendly. This Peak Design tripod is definitely the nicest looking tripod I've ever owned or seen, and it's pretty good at photography, but I hate it for video. You have to rotate this collar to lock down the ball head, and it usually takes me multiple tries until I get it into the exact position I want. And is expensive. My last video tripod was an aluminum Manfrotto tripod with a pan tilt head, and honestly, it worked pretty well. It was heavy duty, the pan tilt action was decent, but it was also heavy for its size and ran me around $600. At this point, I've spent thousands on tripods that all kind of work well enough for my purposes, but I was always kind of left pretty unsatisfied. Then I got to use SmallRig's FreeBlazer Tripod. This tripod weighs about 11 pounds but has a capacity for 22 pounds, which for me is more than I need even with my A7S III fully rigged out. The legs are made of carbon fiber to help decrease the weight, but it also packs so much length that this tripod actually extends up to 6.5 feet. You control each leg with a single lever similar to the Sackler tripod design. The legs come with a center spreader, which help control the height and stability of the tripod. It also has quick detachable metal feet that reveal metal spikes for when you're shooting in outdoor terrain. The legs have a standard 50mm bowl in case you have a different tripod head you want to use. But in my opinion, the head it comes with is absolutely killer. It has friction adjustment for panning and tilting, which works so smoothly. It has an extendable tripod arm to suit the environment you're shooting in, and it even has an option built in to switch from accepting standard Manfrotto style tripod plates over to accepting DJI RS2, RS3 plates, which is especially useful for anyone who goes between shooting on a gimbal to tripod and back. Of course, SmallRig always pays attention to the little details that just improve your quality of life when shooting, like their hidden Allen key so you never get left stuck unable to attach or detach a tripod plate, as well as these soft silicone grips to make moving around your camera setup much more comfortable. All of that, plus a carrying case, comes in at $399, and I think there's even a sale going on right now where it's selling for $350, which is absolutely nuts. This tripod is such a great value. I know this might come off sounding a bit like an ad, but I legit asked SmallRig to send me this because I like it so much, and for any of my fellow videographers in the audience who use tripods often, I have to say, if you're looking looking for a sub $1,000 tripod, this is the tripod I would go for and recommend. It hits all the points I mentioned earlier. It can carry a pretty significant setup, it's lightweight to transport, the tripod head is extremely smooth, the setup and breakdown time is super fast thanks to the single lever design, and the quality you're getting at $400 is beyond worth the price. Regardless though, the point of this video was just to say, don't let your tripod purchase decision be an afterthought. If you're going to be using it every time you shoot, go with an option that will leave you satisfied and free to create, not fight you every time you try to use it. If you are interested in checking out this tripod, links will be in the description down below. All right, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace.